Have it, guys. Match reaction. Let me gather my thoughts. Wolves 2, Manchester United 0. And at the start of this match, I said we have to get something from this game. Manchester United cannot continue sacrificing, giving points away against relegation teams, against the likes of Wolves, against the likes of Ipswich earlier on when we drew against Ipswich. Teams around us, we have to start beating the teams around us, and today wasn't a good day. Against Bournemouth, we were soundly beaten. Against Wolves, we did not lay a glove. There is something seriously wrong with this. No, I wouldn't say setup, but with some of the players today. There's a lot to talk about today. Oh my gosh. I could have a 2-hour stream talking about Manchester United and the issues today. I could. But where do I start? There's pictures, and I'm looking at the pictures now of Garnacho just not looking happy. Cunha not even celebrating his goals, which is quite weird. The fact that we're not seeing CASEMIRO at all. The players just look low. Is despondent the right word? Unconnected. The manager has come in and there is no new manager bounce. There is no new manager bounce at all. What we are seeing as Man United fans is the same players doing the same things. And in my analysis today, I will talk about the manager. I don't think it's too early to talk about the manager because on this channel, we talk about what we see. And if we see something that's not that good, we will say it. It doesn't mean the manager is not good enough. It doesn't mean the manager has to leave or anything like that. It just means we analyze stuff and we talk about things. And if the manager is making mistakes, we just say it. And today, I believe the manager got the system wrong. Not the system. I keep saying the system. I say the players. I no longer want to see Kobbie and Ugarte together playing that double pivot. The role that requires the most energy, the most running. Those two players in that double pivot need to be like hounds, need to be so aggressive and need to be mobile. Kobbie's none of those things. Kobbie's an attacking player with a bit of flair. He's not aggressive. He lacks loads of touches on the ball. He's not somebody who's going to play quickly. He's not somebody who's going to spray a 30 or 40 yard pass like a Pogba, like a Pielo, like a Carrick, like any of the playmaking number 6s that we know. We know there's two types of DMs. There's the DM like the CASEMIRO. I mean, CASEMIRO is technically box-to-box, but you could call them DMs if you want. The box-to-box players that are just aggressive, they run around, they tackle, the Kantés and whatnot of this world. And then there's the playmakers, the deep-lying playmakers, the Rodris, the Pielos, the Carricks, the Xavis. He's none of those. So if you got the Ugarte, the pitbull, you can't have Ugarte next to a Kobbie who wants to play small, short 5-yard passes. You got to play with a midfielder, a cultured midfielder who can pass the ball short, long, spray it. You got to play with one of those. That's what's needed next to Ugarte. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And also, Bruno Fernandes today. I'm tired of Man United fans either trying to prop up Bruno as a good footballer because of his stats, which aren't that good anyway. His stats aren't that good. I'm tired of him escaping criticism because he's captain. I'm hoping now that enough Man United fans are seeing Bruno for what he really is. He can't play number 10 and should never have played number 10. We gave this guy an absolutely free role. A free role under Oli and under Ten Hag to play wherever he wanted with no responsibilities. And we played through him. Our football was designed through him. The reason why we played this counter-attacking, spam, reckless football for the last 2-3 years is because our football is designed to get the best out of Bruno. He's the number 10, which means the gameplay is played through him. Now that we're playing with 2 number 10s, we're also getting reminded, if you didn't know already, and we're seeing that he can't play with his back to goal. He can't drop a shoulder. He can't really dribble. You know, he's not a dribbler. He's not a Neymar. He's not a dribbler. He's very flat-footed. He's not a good tackler. When's the last time you saw Bruno win the ball? People talk about Bruno's press and Bruno's work rate. What's the point of working when you press, you never ever win the ball? You never ever. It doesn't have an effect. Bruno's one of those players who runs around, and the perception of him is different to the reality of him. I think now, especially now we've seen his system, Bruno cannot play in one of the 10 positions. I don't think he can. And if he needs to play, I think he needs to play in one of the 6s, in the double pivot. He has to. And I don't even think that's his best position. Hojlund was appalling today, as usual. He was not good. Yes, he can talk about the service, and we will always talk about the service for strikers. But then you can look at Zirkzee. Zirkzee drops deep, and he tries to link the play. He tries to get involved, even though he doesn't have service. But for me, I'd rather play a player who contributes to the team even when he's not scoring. For me, out of the two, Zirkzee and Hojlund, the one player that I know will add something to our game, even if he's not scoring, is Zirkzee. I think Zirkzee has first touch, and he has a bit of control about him. He has a bit of a know-how about him. He can bring others into play. So even if he's not scoring, we haven't seen a lot of Zirkzee, and he hasn't been amazing. Let's not lie. Let's say he has. He hasn't not been. But I feel like he's got more in the tank. I've seen Hojlund for over a year now. I've seen enough. I've seen him play over 50 games. I have a good sample size now. With Zirkzee, I've seen him start 5 games. He might have started 5 games, been involved in about 10, and that's it. And I'm not gonna write him off before I write off Hojlund, which I've seen for a longer period of time, and I've seen that he hasn't delivered. That wouldn't make any sense to me. A lot of fans already are trying to write off Zirkzee before Hojlund, even though we've had Hojlund for over a year and he's not impressed either. I think that's crazy. Neither of them are good enough. Let's keep it a buck. Neither of them are good enough. We don't do bias here. We don't do player FC. Neither of them are good enough. And if it's up to me, I'll get a new striker tomorrow. I'm worried for Onana. I'm now worried for Onana. I hear a lot of the people that were backing him before are now starting to turn on him. I back Onana, and I've always backed Onana. However, I've said this is not player FC. This is not player FC. So even though I back Onana, and I like his confidence, I like the fact that he comes out and his head's always up and he always takes responsibility. Onana, my friend, you gotta hope that the defense gets sorted out so you face less shots, or you got fix up, because the knives are out for you, mate. You're not very your feet are not very quick in terms of how you move your feet when you dive, and you dive a bit slow. And everyone's got their faults. Like I said, like he's not the skinniest goalkeeper. De Gea is skinny and tall, 6'4". Onana is about 5'11", and he's not skinny. And it's cool. It's okay. It's not good to compare him to De Gea all the time, because it's not like Pierre Schmeichel was skinny. Pierre Schmeichel was 6 foot and he had size. Oliver Kahn had size. Every goalkeeper has a different body shape. Every goalkeeper is different. Like I said, De Gea used his feet to save a lot of shots because he's tall and he couldn't get down. So he used his feet. He used his feet to save. And that's why a lot of times, if you want to beat De Gea, a lot of De Gea's mistakes came from low shots that went underneath his arm. Low shots that went between his feet and his arm, because he couldn't get down enough. He conceded a lot of goals that way, and that's why we got rid of him. So let's not do this revising thing with De Gea. But Onana, back to Onana, I think he needs to be careful, because I can see in the long run, long term, I can see how he might not be the goalkeeper for us. I still have hopes for him, but I don't know. The defense was all right, but I still need more from the defenders. The 3 defenders, they pass the ball to each other. One of them needs to take a risk and burst forward. The sweeper role, the Maguire, the Ligt, maybe, needs to drop a shoulder and drive forward every now and again to disrupt the opposition. The wingbacks, Dalot, Mazraoui, not good enough. Defensively, cool. But I've said the best form of defense is to attack. And if we offer no attacking threat, we'll just concede goals. And our wingbacks, arguably the most if not one of the most important position in this system. They're not good enough attacking wise. Dalot doesn't produce enough attacking wise, and neither does Mazraoui. For me, I think Mazraoui probably needs to play, or he plays best as a right-sided centre back with either Antony as a wing back or maybe move Ahmad there. Ahmad had a quiet game. Hey, big up yourself, Trini Bang. Thanks for. I didn't see your comment only till now, Trini Bang. Thanks for joining the chat. Thanks for passing through the channel. Manager needs to be blamed is the comment on my screen from the new member here. And I agree. After now going through the players, talking about the fact that we didn't move the ball quick enough. Nowhere near quick enough. And I keep saying this. When the manager first came, we would move the ball quicker. Now, we move the ball so slowly. When the teams get into their low blocks, we lack ideas. There's a lot of work to do attacking-wise. Reason why we're conceding so many goals is because we offer no attacking threat. If we offered attacking threat and we pin the teams back, these teams, these Bournemouth and Wolves wouldn't be scoring goals past us. They score goals past us because they know they look, the last attack Wolves scored, they had 2 players. They kept 2 players up. They don't respect us. They don't respect our toothless attack. That's what's going on. Big up yourself, Trini Bang. On to the manager now. I will say this about the manager. The manager needs to take some accountability, in which he will. We know he will. The decision to continue playing Bruno in that 10 role, even though he's come out and said it's not for him, is strange to me. The decision to play Kobbie Mainoo in the number 6 role, I don't think that's his position. That's also strange to me. Please take a risk, manager. Start Antony as a wing back and Ahmad as in the number 10. Start with a more attacking lineup next time. If you lose, cool. I'll shut my mouth and say we tried it and it didn't work. But I feel like now this manager is running out of ideas. He's running out of players to play. He can't play Rashford anymore. Rashford's out of the squad. He doesn't rate garnacho. So I feel like those 2 are gone. So I feel like the manager is closing down all of his lanes. No, he's writing Rashford off. Garnacho's not in the squad. Mason Mount's injured. He doesn't start Casemiro. He doesn't even, I don't know what's going on with Casemiro, but doesn't even play him. So the manager is closing down all of his lanes while at the same time saying everybody's involved. Listen, you're going to run out of ideas, mate. And if there's one idea left, and it's to start Antony as a wing back and Ahmad in the 10, and if you get beaten, fair enough, we get beaten. But I just want to see something different. I want to see us try something. Because at this point, we are in danger. We are in danger. Cunha. A lot of United fans have been talking about this guy, and we were in for him in the summer. He just put himself out there. He basically said, listen, I'm here. Come and get me. This performance today by Cunha showed why we need him. Imagine Cunha playing in that left 10 position, Ahmad in the right 10 position, with, I don't know, a Rory Delap. Because listen, I'm willing now to go to stay in England. Stay in England, get Rory Delap from Ipswich, get this kid, and let's keep it moving. Anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on the match itself. Let me know what you guys thought of the game. There's a lot I've said, a lot I've gone into. There's a lot I want to say, more I want to say, but that is my official match reaction that I'm going to stop now.